Hey, Jim. Okay, so love what you did. Just some things that I want to go through, and I thought this would be easiest to show you on how to change color. So here is my tutorial. I kind of think we should do a drunk editing series, and every time I say the word I should take a shot, and we'll see how amazing I am at the end of the edit, because let's face it, I say quite a bit. Let's begin. So we know how to upload our images, and we obviously know that we want to change the color of this. Everything that you do here should benefit what your final result will be. We want this chair to be green, so I think I am going to kind of dumb down the reds as much as possible, make it, a little more desaturated so that it will take the green a little bit better once we start putting that on. I do have it in landscape mode. You can mess around with your different modes and things like that. Um, let's see how many times I've already said I need a drink. There, I didn't get to show you this last time. We do have a healing brush in Camera Raw. It's not the most accurate, so I try not to use it as much as I can. However, if you have little things to clean up, like I'm cleaning up right now, go for it. I think I can take that guy out. We'll see how this works. And that is decent. Okay, that's decent. Um, let's see. This guy right here, I really do like. He's my graduated filter. Uh, I use him quite a bit to get some more of the dramatic looks and whatnot. This is what I will do. I like to add a little blur into it because I think that looks a little more romantic. Do this, go to that, um, and export us. Okay, there we go. And then we'll take care of some other stuff. Like, you can actually make little uh, filter presets or radial presets. I do that quite a bit, especially with different projects. I did make one for this tutorial, but this is how you make it. Let's say there's something that you really, really like, and you're like, oh, I don't want to have to go through cooking again. So in this case, I do want to add like some little like highlights and stuff. So I'll get it to where I want it to be, and then I will go to new local adjustment brush, and then you put in your name, blah 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 blah, and then you press OK, and then in my case I named it Candy's brush because that's your name. If anyone asks, there we go, and then you can and you can do all kinds of stuff, like sharpening or whatever your fancy is. I don't even know. You can name it whatever you want. Get creative. Blah blah blah. Let's get rid of that one. I don't really care for that. Maybe a little bit like here. But try and stay in the realm of believability at all costs, whatever that looks like. So many people don't want to hear that, but you need to. It just will make your images pop if you were editing like that. Okay. Darks and lights. We got a really nice thing going on there. I'm going to make sure this is changed. camera, profile, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're gonna go here. Does seem a little tilted. We have a little grid. Just kidding. What am I doing? Okay, just a teeny bit. And then I think I'm actually going to scale that just a tad bit. Yeah, that looks good. A nice thing you can do too with this, like this mode, is sometimes, you know, like maybe you're like photographing, you know, a group or a couple or something like that, and especially at weddings, I remember like this will definitely happen where they will, you know, be standing like on steps and it's a little above you, or maybe you're standing on steps and they're below you or something like that. You can actually mess around with the perspective in this mode. So this really does come in so handy. So, you know, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think this is a good base to start with. I'm not gonna do anything color or anything like that. So, pay no mind to this. I'm just in the middle of a transformation here. Good job, by the way, on that shoot. Alrighty, let's begin. So, I won't do anything too crazy here as far as nitpicking. So, do I want to do camera raw? No, let's just mess with the. No, let's do. We'll do that. Okay, so let's duplicate that for now. By the way, I love strobes. I don't know what I was doing before this, but you've opened up my eyes to the life of strobes. And now I'll never go back because I'm so in love with strobes. They are just so cool. I'm like the weirdest person you'll ever meet. No. We'll do this little guy. Yeah, you should totally get that little calm tablet if you can, because the stylus is just, it's unbelievable. We'll do this. And then we're gonna do the little layer mask. Okay. And then we're gonna take our brush, and I wouldn't go to 100 right away. I would slowly build it up. So right about 30 is kind of like a great starting place. So this was the issue that I was seeing in your green rendition of Zichia. There wasn't a lot of like masking, and it wasn't even with the blur part, but it was with the paint part. So don't be afraid to go in there and paint off some things lightly. You know, the way light hits things, it will obviously cause it to look a different color. So, you know, it's not going to be like a flat green all the way across. I mean, even this, we know it's a brown chair, but it's not a flat brown chair all the way across. You've got different values of brown all throughout the chair. And, you know, that looks great. So you want to be able to recreate that even with the greens. Make sure you're, you know, referring to your color wheel if you need to. I know I do all the time. Or your color grid or whatever else. Okay, so I think that looks decent, except I want this this little guy come in. I want the detail there. Okay. Flatten that. I wouldn't flatten that, just in case you do need to go back and change it. You may need to like paint off or add more or whatever. But for this, because I know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm just gonna. Okay. Gosh, I really hope this isn't boring you. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that excites me. But... I mean, the prep to getting to what you want to do with your image is so important. Like I had said in my message, you have to do everything in your power to not break with the reality that, you're trying to create. And, I've gotten into plenty of arguments with other artists who, say, oh, well, it's a fantasy, so it's not supposed to be, reality or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, even if you're doing fantasy, you're still creating a reality there. Fantasy is a realm that you're trying to convey. And if you break with that, and you see all your seams and can see where you edited and things like that, then it's not going to work. You're completely going to lose the image, and you have to be hard on yourself over it. Otherwise, when someone's looking at it for the first time, they're either going to experience it as a whole or they're going to experience it for, the shit that it is. So, ugh, I do not like that. Okay, so I'm not getting that. So here's another trick that I would do. Because my hand is just not, it's not pulling that off. I'm just like, I don't know, too caffeinated or whatever. So I think what I'm gonna do is just like flip this. And I'm going to take this down. I'm actually just going to do that. Yes. This is something I can deal with. I'm gonna do check. And then you'll do another mask. And then we will paint off what you don't want. Yeah. And I mean, you could have selected this a number of ways. You could have used, this little guy or the lasso or, it just, whatever. It can go either way. This one, I think I will actually go to 100% because I know I don't need all of this. So like the chair, like I don't need on this edge. All I need is the wall. See that? And that's all I need. So this right here was like at 100. Now I'll probably go down to like 30 or whatever, and just really go in and blend that wall with that so that it looks seamless. Okay. Now this I can deal with. So I'll probably flatten this. And this is kind of a great example because you kind of get to use like all of the tools and things like that. So if I was smart, I probably would have fixed this side first and then flip the image. But what's done is done. Or just go in and actually repaint them all because it's kind of weird. Oh, actually here. So here's another way. You could just do that, and then here do this. So, hey, sorry, I'm on the phone. I'm doing an EasyVid thing. What's up? Oh, just either like okay. I mean, I've got some. I've actually got some that you can use. Um, any kind of like underwear that is that you'd be willing to show. So, I mean, I'm not gonna show it, but I just need it to go underneath the gown so that if it does show, it's still pretty, kind of. Yeah, yeah. And so any kind of like just basic underwear, as long as the bra and panties are matching, that's really all that matters. I know, I'm weird. Take your time. It's fine. It's gonna be overcast all day. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. All right. See you in a little bit. Love ya. Bye. Um, okay. Doing a maternity shoot very soon here. So, okay, so here's another mask. Again, just duplicate it, blah, 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 and then just like paint off what you don't want. Um, hold on. Why can't it's thinking? Oh, there's so many things I want. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pause this until. Okay, well, back again because it was thinking. Make this kind of sharp so that I can really get that edge in there. And this is gonna smell it. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, that looks believable as soon as I paint out some of this. Okay, back down to that. I have it at 30. Maybe I should go even lower. It's still drawing my eye over there. But for the sake of time, we're just gonna call it an okay. And then we're gonna start with our coloring. Okay, so, what I showed you last time was the color range. You can easily pick this guy. That can do. If you do the plus, you can add on to what you want to be selected. Everything that's in white is going to be selected. And now, what I don't like about this is that, see how it's leaving some of these things out? That's what I don't like. So I'm not sure if it's going to get any better than that. So in my case, this is what I would do, or, oh, well, we're not going to go that route. I would select the whole thing on its own. And we only really care about, yeah, it's no big deal. We only really care about this part, I'm sure. Okay. And actually, I'm okay that it doesn't do that because it does get kind of dark up there, and like I said before, nothing is really like a flat, color or anything. So I'll show you how to deal with that. All right, so let's go here, go to layer, new adjustment layer. We're going to go to hue and saturation. Say, okay, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to start changing colors to a certain color. And I actually like how this is really changing. So I'm liking that. I think I would take it down what is going to be more believable. So I think you had yours like up there, which I mean could be alright. If we're going to mess around with that. Let's do. But I want that like money look. Money. So I think that is going to be a really neat look right there. Then we'll go back to our layers. And we are going to, now you can paint stuff back in. So it's already created a layer for you. So I'm going to take out, I am going to take out all of this. And this is where you can't be lazy. Like, you have to get in there and you have to do these little nitpicking things in order to make these images work. Because if you don't, and you see these little, like, seams right here, like, you're going to completely lose someone. And people who are looking at an image for the very first time, it's amazing how our brains work. We're going to find that kind of stuff. like right here, I would go in and select that, and then you can select your. Ooh, no, it's not doing that. Come on. Okay, that's not working, is it? That's okay though. We'll just go in there and we will fine tune our things. And and I'm gonna go through and like do all my rivets like that, and just try and stay away from. These little tiny things like this. Don't worry about that. We are going to use shadow to help us correct a lot of that. This is what I love. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. Does it not? Okay. Okay, so we've got this chair. And here, I'm going to stop this and come back real quick. Hold on. Okay, back again. So do you see this like little edge where it didn't, quite select? Don't be afraid to use your selection tool to actually kind of help you as like a straight edge. So this really does help. Let's see, right here. And then here, hold on. Actually, probably should have selected this part. Okay, so you have this, and then just get back on your painting mask, and start. Use this to just kind of get the little edges, and then to do the other side, just go to select and inverse, and then you can. Sorry. Oh my god. And it's still just kind of. Yeah. In this case, I think I'm just gonna go in and fine tune it. I'm giving myself a little room here because I will be adding like shadow with that depth and drama, or just your. I'm sorry, I get so lost in this. And if you hear me breathing, I'm really, really sorry. That's like the most embarrassing thing about me is that when I get so into my projects, I start mouse breathing, and it's just like the most disgusting thing that I do. I know, it's gross. So just pay no mind. Okay. We're gonna leave that there. Okay, so voila, we could start there. Okay, or we could stop there. However, I still want to keep going. I don't want to stop. I think that this is decent for enough to whatever add some darks and lights to the highlights. So and I mean this is just the base of your you know image. So much that goes into this. That's what I mean. Like these idiots who think, oh yeah, I just need some pictures, but I want the art ones, and I'll pay you $400. That's a lot of money. It's like, man, do you realize how long I have to spend on like one image? So a lot of them don't get that. Okay, so dark and light. Um, obviously that's the light. Let me put this back here. And build up again. I would start at like maybe 20 or 25. Okay. This is. I hate this brush. What the fuck? Yeah, that one's a little better. Okay, so this dark and light, like, should really help your image come to life. So you can see how, like, some of these, like, edges, they disappear visually because of what we're doing with the dark. We're just making that green a deeper value, and it just adds on to the illusion that this chair was, green to begin with. I really, really cannot stand. Okay, there we go. So it adds on to the illusion that the chair was green to begin with. And we can intensify those darks, really make these look. So you can see how, even these little highlights that I put in the very beginning, they all, benefit the final result. They're all supporting that. So you just have to be thinking from the very beginning all the way to the end of what what you need to do now to get to, that desired result or whatever it is. This down here, like, we can help this just a little bit. I'll get irritated with that. Okay, very cool. So we've got that, and then, I mean, I personally think there's enough highlights, but if you want to get crazy and like do extra stuff, I mean, it's never gonna really hurt it. It's not what I meant to do. I meant to make that lighter. So, yeah, like we could do that. Really bring out those rivets. How cool is that? Really show off the work. That adds to it. This is just a fucking chair. God. Okay. So there we go. There's that. You got your basics down. This is like everything we want to work with. And now we can do like whatever added, you know, thing to it and take it even further. Let's see. I definitely want to add this sapphire vignette. Just kidding. It looks disgusting. So let's do a rich. Just kidding. That looks disgusting. So I guess I definitely don't want to do that. Let's just do a simple light tint. I'll see what this looks like. I'm not crazy about it. I kind of think maybe tangerine. Sounds like my thing from every time. Yeah, just a little bit there. Even do greenery with that, like. I mean, that kind of like helps the chair. But okay. Well, let's just no, gross. Let's just leave it there, and then get to our sharpening. Oh my god. This is the problem with having too many damn actions on here. I should probably go through and just clear out the ones that I definitely don't use. Depth and drama, crisp details. You can do a color pop if you want to bring those browns out. I say let's bring in these rivets. We'll just go to 100. I have the little holes, the things that are just going to make it just beautiful. Okay, very cool. And that, my friend, is how you'll do it. Okay? Yeah. Any questions?